No, Donald Trump isn't the US president yet. He has to wait for the inauguration, which is a ceremony that marks the start of his presidency and is happening on Monday. The action is taking place here at the iconic Capitol building. The president and the vice president will take an oath of office. That's something that US presidents have been doing for more than 200 years.
Do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States.
and will, to the best of my ability,
Preserve,
protect, and defend the Constitution
of the United States.
And then a speech is delivered, and this is called the inaugural address. You might remember Trump's inauguration speech from the first time he became president in 2017.
This American carnage stops right here and stops right now.
And of course, the national anthem will be sung. And then there's another tradition, the inaugural lunch. Finally, there's the inaugural parade, which this year, because of the freezing weather, is taking place indoors in the Capital One Arena.
Presidential inaugurations are momentous occasions, full of symbolism to celebrate the peaceful transition of power. But every now and then, all this pomp and ceremony has left us with some awkward moments. The oath of office is the main feature of the day. Getting it right is of the utmost importance.
So help me God.
But sometimes nerves can betray us, as happened to President Obama when the Chief Justice misplaced the word faithfully in the oath.
Will execute the office of President to the United States faithfully.
That I will execute
The office of President of the United States.
the office of President of the United States faithfully.
Obama was not the only one mixing his words up. Listen to Lyndon Baines Johnson in JFK's inauguration.
I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation whatever.
January is usually very cold in Washington, which has left us with some memorable fashion moments, but also some wardrobe malfunctions. Inauguration Day 1841 was particularly miserable, but the weather didn't stop William Henry Harrison from giving a nearly 2-hour speech without his coat on. Harrison caught a cold that eventually led to his death from pneumonia exactly 1 month after taking office. Ronald Reagan holds the record for both the warmest and the coldest inauguration yet. In 1985, it had to be moved indoors because of temperatures of -14 degrees.
Okay, we just had an enormous gust of wind here.
And his wife Nancy forgot to introduce him at the inaugural band concert. And let's not forget the parades. In 1953, President Eisenhower was lassoed by a cowboy. The Secret Service was not impressed. And how about this peanut-shaped balloon? It celebrated Jimmy Carter's past as a peanut farmer. Will Donald Trump's inauguration leave us any memorable moments?
It's history.
Yes.
It's history. I want to see it.
After me. I, Ronald Reagan, do solemnly swear
I, Ronald Reagan, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend.
President-elect Donald Trump will no longer take the oath of office from the west front of the U.S. Capitol Monday due to below freezing temperatures. That means thousands of people visiting Washington will not be able to see Trump's second inauguration ceremony in person. Trump will now take the oath inside the Capitol Rotunda. The last swearing in to move indoors was in 1985, when President Ronald Reagan began his second term during the coldest inauguration on record. Only select dignitaries, notable guests, and other presidents, like Joe Biden and George W. Bush, will be able to view the ceremony inside the Capitol. Some other events around the inauguration are expected to go on as planned. A litany of inaugural balls are happening around Washington, and the incoming president will hold a rally Sunday afternoon at Capital One Arena. Trump has said that the same event space will be open Monday for a live viewing as he takes the oath of office. There is limited capacity at the arena, so everyone who had been planning to watch the inauguration from the National Mall wouldn't be able to get inside. Trump has also said that he plans to join the crowd at Capital One after he's sworn in.
This is a broad coalition of groups representing a wide range of issues. Few people can doubt that this is now a deeply divided country on the brink of radical change. Radical change, of course, is what Donald Trump was elected promising. It's why many of his supporters voted for him, and they will be hoping that this time around he is far more prepared to push that agenda through. But for these protesters, however, that is precisely what they fear.